to the people, especially to the frontline workers, man. This is the time we need each other. So we have to uplift each other no matter which way we do it, man. It's just good to be here, brother, and thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely. So want to get right into the history, man. We love to share the history behind some of the legendary artists. Want to take it back to when you first joined Guy and, you know, how you came into the group, because a lot of people may not realize the group had recorded some of the album before you got involved. So take us back to how you originally got involved with the group.
Well, first of all, I want to say this, man. Thank you for everybody that been supporting Guy. So now you're about to get deep into the realm of it. You know, I was at Virginia State University, and my brother came down to the school and was like, "Yo, man, I'm about to be famous. I need you to, you know, be in this group." I was like, "What?" Now, before that, before he even came down to Virginia State University, the group was started by Timmy and Aaron, Timmy Gatman, and my brother Aaron.
Right.
And they met and they was doing stuff. They worked at a store called Abraham and Strauss, which is what we will look at. Most young cats don't know what that is, but it was like our Macy's or Neiman Marcus. And they came together and did this because Timmy knew Teddy from Kids at Work. So what happened was when Timmy left the group, when he had an issue with Gene Griffin, whatever, and he left the group, Teddy, who Timmy brought to the group, because Teddy didn't start the group. The group was started by Aaron and Timmy.
Right.
And like I said, Timmy knew Teddy from like when they were young, doing Kids at Work. They was in a session. Timmy calls Teddy, brings Teddy in. Aaron hears Teddy play. Aaron says, "Yo, Tim, I think this would be dope, but he need to be in the group."
Mm-hmm.
So that's how Teddy got in the group, and how I got in the group was when Timmy left the group because some altercation.
Right.
Aaron came to my school to Virginia State, was like, "Yo, I'm about to be famous. I need you." I called my dad up and was like, "Dad, Aaron said he about to be famous. You know, can I leave?" He said, "If you want to help your brother, then go ahead." Right before finals, going into my second year at Virginia State.
Wow.
Peace and love, all my partners, all my people. I left and went to New York. And when I went to New York, I was a church boy. You know what I mean? Like, I was a straight church boy. It was nothing gangster, or not even gangster. It wasn't nothing hip hop about me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, "Praise the Lord, God is good, let's pray." You know, I was that guy. And then when I went to the studio, I saw Teddy, and he was fly. He had this 4-finger gold ring on. What is that? You know, I was like, "What is it?" And he had a mink coat. He was chilling at the board, and Aaron was there, you know, like, "Yo, what's up?" And then Gene came to me with a contract, like, immediately, and was like, "Yo, what's up, man? You Aaron, brother? All right, I like your look. Put the page down, sign here." I was like, "Damn!" Like, all right, cool. I signed. Aaron said, "Man, come on, man, sign, man. If you don't sign, I ain't gonna be famous." So I signed, and you know, the rest is, you know, I'll let you take it. But you know, it was the beginning of a journey. Let me
Right.
say that it was beginning in 1988 or 87, like the end of 87, was when I signed the contract. That was the beginning of a journey because the contract was garbage. I got it. It was this small. It was this small. And after I got it back from my attorney, it was this thick. So he asked me, he said, "I hope and pray you didn't sign this contract." I said, "Yeah, I signed it." Come up. He said, "Oh, God." So in reality, I really had signed my life away.
Yeah.
You understand? Because there was 4 members in the group. It was Gene Griffin, Teddy Riley, Aaron Hall, and Damian Hall.
Mm-hmm.
And on the album cover, as you know, quite sure, as you know, on the album cover, it was confusing because it's Timmy, Aaron, and Teddy on the original album cover. But my name was on the back and Timmy's name on the back. So that was confusing. It was very confusing, and it was troublesome for me because I had to explain a lot of times. And so go ahead. I'll let you take it.
Well, let's talk about your talents, because a lot of people know you as Crazy Legs, obviously, but a lot of people don't realize, you know, Aaron is known as the vocalist, but you also have crazy vocals as well. I don't think a lot of people recognize that. So, and then you had your solo album later on down the road, but talk about, you know, what you brought to the group, because you're a crazy vocalist too.
Well, look, when I first got in the group, like I said, I was really coming in as Aaron's brother. You follow me? I just wanted Aaron to be great. Whatever that was in his head, I was cool with.
Right.
And then as I got in the group, I started realizing, wait a minute, it pays to really be in that front. Because I was a drummer.
Yeah.
You know, that first thing, I was a drummer. So everything you saw, well, Apollo, what you call it, Senior Hall Show, I was like in the back doing playing with April, and I was on playing. I was like, wait a minute, this is nuts. I don't think this is cool, because I had the same outfit on, and everybody thought I was a band member. You know what I'm saying? They was like, what's the band member? And the group is these two guys. I was like, I got to change this up a little bit.
Yeah.
So got off the drums, and I got percussions, and I moved the percussions up to the front of the stage. I never forget. Gene was like, what's this? What's this doing up here? I said, that's me playing in the front, because I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because it was extremely confusing. Like, if you go back to the beginning of time when records, we had to really pound the pavement, and we was going to pop stores, and we was going to like Tower Records and different places to really promote our records. And I never forget, we pulled up to Tower, and they said, coming out. It was packed outside. And when we went in, we had all the security. We went in, and when we went in, it was pictures of Aaron, Timmy, and Teddy all over the wall, all over the place. I said, nah, bro, that can't happen. I'm not doing no autographs, no pictures, unless y'all change this. I went back into the limo. We all went back into the limo, and it took them about an hour and a half, 2 hours to take those pictures down and put the new pictures up. So people understand that this is the group, Aaron, Damien, and Teddy. You know what I'm saying? And that's nothing against Timmy, just that Timmy wasn't in the group. So I didn't want people being confused about who I was. You know what I'm saying? Because a picture speaks 1,000 words. And people see pictures first. They don't really read. They're like, oh, that's the group. You know what I'm saying? So me being in there, yes, I was a drummer, but I also became a couple other things. I became the stylist. I really designed a lot of the stuff. We had Keith. He did a lot of stuff. We had some other. We had Dapper Dan did our first stuff. But then I came in and I did about 70% of the creativity of what we should put on and how we should design it and stuff. So I was very happy for that. Plus, I did the video. I did Teddy Jam 2 video. I did the Wanna Get With You video. I also did the Dog Me Out concept for the Dog Me Out remix video. So those things I've done. And as far as me being a singer, I've sung with my brother Aaron, Aaron, my older brother Todd, and myself. We sung in church. When I came into Gaia, of course, there was already a set pattern. Aaron was the lead singer. Teddy was the producer. I was the drummer and the dancer, because I was the best dancer in the group, even though I danced at the time. So I say dancer in the group. But what people don't understand, the second album where we did Let's Chill, I was the original singer on that song. So I sung it. I was the original choice, everything. I sung it. It was mastered. It was ready to go on the album. The record company, MCA at the time, was like, no, who's this? This is cool. Is this not Aaron? Nah, nope. When I didn't even know, and it's okay, when I didn't even know, they went back in with Aaron. He sung the song. He sung the song. I wasn't on the song. So I'm giving out a history. I'm not upset about it. Yes, I think that if I was on that record, because it's such a big record, if I was a singer, the lead vocalist on that record, imagine where my career would be at this point.
Right. That's a crazy story. And I really appreciate you sharing all this history, man. We love to hear it. You know, this is epic stuff. But I want to ask you, when you joined the group and when the First Guy album came out, do you even realize like how much you guys were single-handedly almost changing the sound at radio with just what you were bringing, that new sound, that new flavor? Did you recognize that at the time?
No. When we first came in, and again, for me, I came in, wide-eyed, bushy-tailed. I wasn't even listening to R&B music at that time. I was really into gospel. We all was, me was in gospel. And so I really wasn't listening to it. So when we did Groove Me, which was the first single, it took, when people don't understand, it took about 8 to 9 months for that record to grow onto radio and then really hit. But it happened so quick that when it hit like bam. Like it hit real heavy. And the world, I'm talking about from overseas to domestic, went crazy because the sound was different. And let me go back a second. When we first did the album, the record company said to Gene at the time, "This album is not going to make it. We don't know what."
Wow.
They didn't even understand the sound of the record. I mean, it was
yeah.
defined as different. You know, Teddy really did, and Timmy and Aaron did something phenomenal on that record. I wasn't on vocally on that album. So at the end of the day, that record was really done and created, and then Teddy really put his stamp on it. You know what I'm saying? But that record was really the mindset and the thought of the record came from Timmy and Aaron.
Right.
And so people really don't understand that. And it's not a jab at anybody, but for me, it's very important for people to understand who started what, who did what. You know what I'm saying? So when it really hit, and when Groove Me hit, and radio started playing it, me, Aaron, and Teddy, I remember we had Ford runners. We had those, you know, Ford runners before anybody had them. So we was driving down 57th Street going toward Harlem to 125th Street. And I'll never forget, and we had these big tires on the back of and these tire covers. And on the back of our tire covers, we had art of our faces or album cover, and it was all glittered up. You know what I'm saying? It had those rhinestones on it. Yeah. And I'll never forget, we had thousands. I'm talking thousands of cars following us.
Wow.
People losing it. And that's when I knew, we hit it. We hit it big. Like, because, I mean, man, I'll never forget that, because it's such an amazing thing to really hear your record first time on the radio.
Right.
And to hear that thing and to say, oh, that's us. That's my sound. That's Aaron's vocals. That's me. That's us three. That was major. That was major. And so it made me very happy. And it took a minute for us to realize how powerful we really were. Because we still was a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? We was nervous. Yeah. It took a minute because New Edition was so big at that time.
Yeah.
They were huge. So.
Well, fast forward us to the future, the second album, and your involvement in creating that one. I mean, that one had a big impact as well. And what do you remember about what you put into creating that one?
Now, that was something different. So when it came down to the future, yes, I ended up becoming a co-writer on a lot of the songs. I also sang on that record, and I did The Future. We can be lovers, all the people. So, and Fly Away. No. It was a song that Michael Jackson did that I ended up singing.